was wondering, it made me think, I was like, so are people not worried at this point for what happened with the elections and what's going to come next? I feel like we're in this kind of lull period, but it really made me think is like, how do you cope with this news? Like, yeah, I remember you were talking, or on your podcast, Wake and Bake with BeMo, you're talking about Kai Cenat and how he didn't contribute along with, you know, the other streamers with any of, you know, any political stance at all.
Right.
So I'm wondering for like the normal people, like what's the appropriate way to cope with what's happening? Do you ignore it? Do you do you get out and burn something down? Do you, you know, I'm wondering, none of these things have happened yet other than ignoring. So
it's so the question is, how are you supposed to like cope with this election? Well, there's a lot of things in your question that I don't think are universal.
Yeah.
One, coping would imply that some people feel affected. And you bring up Kai Cenat people. I mean, I don't fuck with people who don't use their voice, use their platform to engage people to have some type of action. And so what's funny is in my very beginnings of a YouTube life, I put up that clip on YouTube and I have several people commenting me and emailing me, telling me it's not the role and responsibility for people to act politically. So your question of how do people cope assumes that people feel like they are impacted or have an impact on politics. And when I was a kid, I didn't think that was an actual outcome of the future, that people wouldn't feel like they'd have a connection to the government, because to me it seemed so one-to-one. So like some people aren't coping because they have nothing they've been affected by. Another people, and don't forget, I mean, technically we've lost. I think he cheated, but whatever. There are more people in the United States who have voted for this individual. Yes. So if we're taking everything on his face, we have lost. I don't know how they cope, because like my tradition teaches me to react with direct action. The tradition of the Democrats is to just go with it. And see if we can appease to the other side still. I want to say fuck the other side. So as you're in, you know, you're at the coffee shop, I can see why people are just having a good time.